Hello friends, and welcome back to AutoFix Zone. In today's video, we will be talking about all the reasons that can prevent the RPM gauge from going past 4,000 RPM, or cause the vehicle to be unable to exceed a speed of 80 kilometers per hour. To begin with, what does the term RPM actually mean? Simply put, it refers to the number of revolutions the engine can complete per minute. Most vehicles have an RPM gauge marked from 1 to 8, and these numbers are always multiplied by 1,000. So, when the RPM needle is stuck at 4, that means the engine is spinning at 4,000 revolutions per minute. So, what would cause the engine to be unable to exceed 4,000 RPM or 80 kilometers per hour on the speedometer? Let's start explaining the reasons in a simple and easy-to-understand way. 1. Faulty camshaft position sensor. If we were to give the camshaft sensor a nickname, it would be the identical twin of the crankshaft sensor. The crankshaft position sensor is responsible for determining ignition timing by monitoring the crankshaft's rotational speed and position as each piston moves up and down inside the combustion chambers. The camshaft position sensor performs the same function, but by monitoring the rotational position of the camshaft to determine the timing of valve opening and closing. Both sensors must send perfectly synchronized signals to the ECU. However, if the camshaft sensor fails, the signal sent to the ECU becomes incorrect or out of sync with the crankshaft sensor. When this happens, the engine will not be able to exceed 4,000 RPM or 80 kilometers per hour, no matter how hard you press the accelerator pedal. 2. Incorrect timing belt installation. Timing not set properly. What we mean by timing is the synchronization between piston movement and valve operation. The component responsible for linking both systems, crankshaft and camshaft, is the timing belt. If any part related to the timing belt is removed or replaced, and the timing is not readjusted correctly, the engine will never produce its full power. One of the most common symptoms of incorrect timing is the engine's inability to exceed 4,000 RPM or a speed of 80 kilometers per hour. 3. Failing throttle body. A failing electronic throttle body, or a failing TPS, throttle position sensor, in engines that use a mechanical throttle body, cable-operated, can cause the engine to enter limp home mode. In limp mode, the engine power is heavily restricted. Sometimes you may not be able to exceed 40 or 60 kilometers per hour or 4,000 RPM. In some cases, reprogramming or adapting the throttle body using a diagnostic scan tool may solve the issue. But in other cases, you may need to replace the throttle body or the TPS if it uses a mechanical setup. 4. ECU or engine control issue. Sometimes the reason an engine cannot exceed 4,000 RPM is related to a software issue in the ECU. Although this fault is rare, it does happen. In such a case, you must visit a specialized workshop to reflash or reprogram the ECU software, and the problem will disappear completely. We've now reached the end of the video. If you know any other reason that can prevent the engine from exceeding 80 kilometers per hour or 4,000 RPM, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. See you in the next video. This was AutoFix Zone.